Did you know that the region of modern-day Cambodia has been inhabited since prehistoric times, with evidence of early human settlements dating back thousands of years? It's a fascinating tapestry of human history that takes us back to the very dawn of civilization. The earliest inhabitants of this area left behind traces of their lives, painting a picture of societies that thrived long before the written word. One of the most notable early civilizations in this region was the Funan Kingdom, a beacon of culture and trade in Southeast Asia. Rising to prominence around the 1st century AD, Funan was a bustling hub of activity, its influence stretching far and wide through its extensive trade networks. A mix of Hindu-Buddhist culture thrived, casting a lasting influence on the region. As we move forward in time, the Funan Kingdom was succeeded by the Chenla kingdoms, which eventually split into the Land Chenla in the north and Water Chenla in the south. Around the 9th century AD, a dominant power emerged in the region, the Khmer Empire. This empire, centered at Angkor, rose to power with an influence that reverberates through time, even to this day. Imagine a kingdom that was once a beacon of civilization, a hub of trade, culture, and grandeur. That was the Khmer Empire, an entity that outshone many contemporary kingdoms. It was a place where architecture, art, and culture bloomed like lotus flowers on a tranquil pond. Much of what we know about the Khmer Empire can be attributed to the reigns of two significant rulers, Jayavarman II and Jayavarman VII. Jayavarman II was the founder of the Khmer Empire, and his reign marked the beginning of the Angkor period. He was a ruler who believed in the divine right of kings and declared himself a god-king. This set the tone for future Khmer monarchs, who also saw themselves as divine rulers. Then came Jayavarman VII, considered by many as the greatest king of the Khmer Empire. Under his reign, the empire reached its zenith. His rule was marked by significant architectural achievements, including the magnificent temples of Angkor Wat and Bayon. Angkor Wat, a name that means City of Temples, is an architectural masterpiece that symbolizes the Khmer Empire's grandeur. This temple complex, the largest religious monument in the world, was originally built as a Hindu temple dedicated to the god Vishnu. It later transformed into a Buddhist temple, reflecting the fluidity of religious beliefs in the empire. On the other hand, Bayon, with its enigmatic stone faces, stands as a testament to Jayavarman VII's devotion to Buddhism. It is a place where spirituality and artistry merge, creating a space that transcends the ordinary. The Khmer Empire, with its grand temples and visionary rulers, was a beacon of civilization in Southeast Asia. However, like all empires, it too had its sunset. The Khmer Empire left an indelible mark on the region, but as we move into the 19th century, Cambodia was about to face a new era: European colonization. In the 19th century, Cambodia became a French protectorate, part of French Indochina, along with Vietnam and Laos. The European power's grip on the region was fortified by a keen interest in its resources and strategic location. This colonial period marked a significant shift in Cambodia's history, introducing European systems, ideologies, and influences that would leave a lasting impact on the nation's cultural, political, and economic landscape. During this time, Vietnam, another jewel in the crown of French Indochina, exerted a significant influence over Cambodia. The Vietnamese presence was far from subtle, with its cultural and political influence seeping into many facets of Cambodian society. This interplay was not always peaceful, leading to tensions and even occasional conflicts between both nations, further complicating the already complex colonial landscape. However, with the onset of the 20th century, the winds of change began to stir. A sense of Cambodian nationalism started to emerge, a flame kindled by the oppressive yoke of French rule. Figures like Son Ngoc Than, a visionary and patriot, began to advocate for independence, sowing the seeds of revolution in the hearts of the Cambodian people. While the French left an indelible mark on Cambodia, from its architecture to its legal system, their rule was not to last. The resilience and spirit of the Cambodian people, combined with the shifting global political climate, led to the eventual loosening of the French grip. The struggle for autonomy was arduous, marked by political upheaval, social unrest, and the indomitable will of a people yearning for self-determination. The winds of change were blowing over Cambodia as the 20th century dawned, leading to its independence from France in 1953. This marked the end of the colonial era, but it was merely the prelude to a new chapter in Cambodia's rich and complex history. With independence came a period of neutrality during the Cold War under King Norodom Sihanouk. Yet, despite the king's best efforts, Cambodia's tale was about to take a dramatic turn as the Vietnam War spilled over its borders. The 60s and 70s were a tumultuous era for Southeast Asia. The Vietnam War, a conflict that began as a civil war between North and South Vietnam, soon escalated, drawing in international powers and neighboring countries, including Cambodia. The country's neutrality was shattered in 1970, when a coup d'état led by General Lon Nol ousted King Sihanouk, pulling the nation into the whirlwind of conflict. But this was just the beginning of Cambodia's ordeal. The coup paved the way for the rise of the Khmer Rouge, a radical communist movement led by Pol Pot. The Khmer Rouge promised a utopian society, a return to the glory days of the Khmer Empire. But what followed was far from utopian. Pol Pot's regime was brutal and unrelenting. The cities were emptied, their inhabitants forced into the countryside to work in labor camps. Intellectuals, artists, and anyone perceived as a threat were systematically executed in what came to be known as the killing fields. An estimated 1.7 million Cambodians lost their lives during this dark period, succumbing to execution, forced labor, and starvation. This was a time when the very fabric of Cambodian society was torn apart. The Khmer Rouge sought to erase history, to start from year zero. They dismantled families, religion, and education, leaving a legacy of trauma that still reverberates through the Cambodian populace today. The dark days of the Khmer Rouge ended with the Vietnamese invasion in 1979, leading to a new phase in Cambodia's history. Yet the scars of this period remain, a stark reminder of the resilience of the Cambodian people and their enduring spirit in the face of unimaginable adversity. Post the withdrawal of Vietnamese forces, Cambodia began a journey towards democracy. This was no small feat, considering the nation's tumultuous history. The Paris Peace Accords of 1991 played a significant role in this transition, aiming to end the civil war and establish a democratic government. Following the peace accords, Cambodia faced the monumental task of post-war reconstruction. As the nation began to rebuild itself, it made strides in reviving its economy and society. However, challenges such as poverty, corruption, and political instability persist. In spite of these hurdles, Cambodia has experienced significant economic growth in recent decades. This growth has been driven largely by three sectors: garment manufacturing, agriculture, and tourism. The garment manufacturing industry has become a vital part of Cambodia's economy, employing hundreds of thousands of people and contributing substantially to the nation's exports. Agriculture, particularly rice farming, continues to be a significant source of livelihood for many Cambodians. The rise of tourism has also played a crucial role in Cambodia's economic progress. The nation's rich cultural heritage, including the magnificent temples of Angkor, has been drawing visitors from across the globe. This influx of tourists has not only boosted the economy, but also helped shine a spotlight on Cambodia's history and culture. In the realm of politics, Cambodia remains a constitutional monarchy with a parliamentary democracy. The ruling party, led by Prime Minister Hun Sen, has been in power for over 3 decades. While the nation has made progress on several fronts, concerns about governance, human rights, and environmental sustainability persist. Cambodia, with its rich cultural heritage and resilient spirit, continues to navigate its way through challenges and opportunities, carving out its unique place in the world. This journey is far from over, but the nation's progress so far is a testament to the strength and determination of its people.